18th. We are so proud of all of you students, and we're looking forward to meeting all of you here on stage. We're going to start this evening with the JOTC from North Augusta High School and their commander, Ken Bay.
Good evening. Please stand for the presentation of colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated.
Good evening. I'm Janice Sandor, Professor of Spanish at Augusta University, and on behalf of FLAIR, I'd like to thank you for attending this important event tonight and sharing the pride we feel for the accomplishments of these young men and women in the field of foreign languages. FLAIR is an acronym for Foreign Language Alliance for International Rapport. It's one of the first foreign language academic alliances in the state of Georgia. It dates from 1985, and this is our 33rd year. All foreign language teachers in the CSRA are members, and we number over 200 right now, from elementary through college, public and private schools. FLAIR includes 6 counties in South Carolina and 15 in Georgia, serving a total of 21 counties. Our purpose is to encourage and strengthen foreign languages in the schools and the community, to foster an awareness of cultural diversity and to learn from it, to provide teachers and students opportunities to share experiences, and to keep abreast of the field through conferences and special programs. Now, our students, you, are very important to us, and therefore in 1987 we began an honor society to recognize your achievements, and tonight we celebrate our 31st year of the FLAIR Honor Society. We're indeed proud of you, and we hope that you will continue your study of foreign languages at the college level. Augusta University offers a major in foreign languages with tracks in French, French education, Spanish, and Spanish education, a minor in French, German, and Spanish, and elementary and intermediate courses in Chinese and culture, and our newest language, Arabic, which was added last year. We hope you will pursue your education at our institution, but wherever you study and whatever you study, I do hope it will include foreign languages, which are so vital to our future. Please check the admissions table in the lobby and find out about dual enrollment at our university. If your name is misspelled on your certificate, which your teacher will give you later, kindly return it to your teacher, and if you don't get our certificate, then let the teacher know and we'll have one printed and sent to your teacher. Tonight, the teachers will read the names of the students present. All students will receive certificates of membership from the teacher later. And I believe that they will explain exactly how they want you to line up in a few minutes. I'd like to extend our special thanks to Dr. Giada Biasetti for judging the Student of the Year, and to Dr. Paulette Harris for judging the Teacher of the Year. We're very fortunate to have faculty and administration at our university who are committed to foreign languages, and we enjoy a close working relationship with faculty administrators in Richmond and Columbia counties. I'd like to recognize those individuals who go out of their way to support foreign languages at the university and in our community. First, I'd like to thank Alvina Quinn, who helped with registration and the preparations of certificates. I'd like to extend our thanks to Dr. Rhonda Armstrong, the chair of the Department of English and Foreign Languages, for sponsoring FLAIR activities such as this. Ms. Melissa McAllister, the Fine Arts Foreign Language Professional Learning Specialist of Richmond County, and Dr. Sandra Caraway, the Superintendent of Columbia County. Both Ms. McAllister and Dr. Caraway are avid fans of all things foreign languages. Their support and encouragement make all the difference in the world. I'm not sure, is Dr. Caraway here tonight? She was going to come, but she emailed me and thought she might have a conflict. Okay. But anyway, we thank her for her support. of FLAIR. And do you realize how many volunteers, foreign language volunteers made this happen tonight? We have at least a dozen people or more who helped with this. Let's give them a round of applause. I will be sending an announcement to your teacher. FLAIR is going to have a culinary arts class, and it's going to be on Thursday, April 19th at Evans High School, in which we will cook and then consume all sorts of delectable things. It will be a fabulous feast, so we encourage all FLAIR members to sign up with your teacher and attend that. It will be a lot of fun. I'd like to introduce to you now Dr. Kathy Browder. She's Vice President for Academic and Faculty Affairs at Augusta University. Dr. Browder holds a PhD in kinesiology from Texas Women's University. She's held academic appointments at several universities, including Georgia Southern, Georgia Tech, East Tennessee State University, and the University of North Carolina at Wilmington. Dr. Browder has an abundance of experience as an administrator, and she comes to us from UNC Wilmington, where she was Senior Associate Dean and Associate Dean of Academic and Student Affairs in the College of Health and Human Services for 5 years. Okay, so all that's really impressive, but let's get down to the nitty-gritty. She studied French for 4 years. Now that's impressive, so may we. So please welcome Dr. Kathy Browder.
Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, that's good. Wow, what a crowd. This is impressive. I'm really excited to see so many people who are excited about foreign languages. Georgia and South Carolina. I grew up in South Carolina, and I don't know that we probably had this many people 5 years ago when I was in high school who were interested in foreign languages. Good, some of you got that joke. Okay, that's good. We're off to a good start. I want to, on behalf of Augusta University, I do want to welcome you here tonight and to our campus. And to those of you who will be inducted into the Honor Society, a very, very special, heartfelt congratulations to you as well. So Dr. Sandberg did indicate that I did study French for 4 years. How many of you out here are studying French? Not so many. Okay, interesting. Well, I started in high school, like you. Some of you may have started before that, and took 2 years of French there, took a year in college, and then a year in my graduate work as well. And so I really enjoyed my foreign language. I was taught to read and write and speak, although I have to admit the speaking part was harder for me in the foreign language. But what I really enjoyed was learning about the culture. Being a shy kid from rural South Carolina, hard to believe that I was shy way back then, 5 years ago when I was in high school, right? But a shy kid from South Carolina, I've not been exposed to a lot. We didn't have social media. We didn't have even a lot of TV. We didn't even have ESPN. Can you believe that? Or MTV, or is that even still a channel? Okay, I just checked. I didn't know. But back then, that foreign languages really provided an opportunity for me to be exposed to other cultures, to learn the language, to learn about music. I can still sing the French national anthem. Can anybody here do that? Yeah, I'm not going to do it for you because it would be not pretty, but I can still do it. Still remember it. That's how much of an impression it made on me. Remember French food. We had to cook food every month and bring it in, and it had to be French. We had a teacher from France. And I remember that 7-layer chocolate torte that I absolutely loved and never kept the recipe. It was so good. So foreign languages are really important and provide opportunity for us to learn how people from other places think and how to exchange ideas. And I have to say that it's encouraging to see an emphasis again. I think for a while we saw that emphasis decline, but we're seeing a renewed interest and passion for the foreign languages, and that is so important to our country and our culture as we move forward. So we're pleased to celebrate with you tonight. Augusta University shares your passion for foreign languages. You heard Dr. Sandberg talk about the programs and coursework that we have in the languages. We also offer numerous study abroad programs so that you can get immersed in the culture. of a country of your choice. We've taken students to Jamaica, Italy, China, Cuba, Costa Rica, Chile, Peru, just to name a few. Tanzania. Anybody find that on a map? Okay, so you need to come here and learn with us where Tanzania and Estonia are, places that we've been. We are developing some very new and exciting partnerships with the Department of Defense because the Army and the National Security Agency, the NSA, are working with us. We're working with them to figure out ways to teach foreign languages to their intelligence analysts and cyber personnel as they work to keep our nation safe and secure. Opportunities in cybersecurity are boundless in terms of foreign languages. So we're glad you're here, and again, I welcome you, and I really hope that I'll see some of you in a year or two on the Augusta University campus to pursue your education and to further study and your passion for foreign languages. Again, have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
Wow, that was inspirational. Well, and now we're going to be inspired with some students who are going to perform. The first one, we have two students performing tonight. The first one is Rachel Clay. Rachel, would you like to come out and take the stage? So I will say ni hao, which is all I know in Chinese. Rachel Clay is a French major at Augusta University. She's the past recipient of the Outstanding Student in French given by the Iota Phi chapter of Alpha Mu Gamma, or Collegiate Foreign Language Honor Society. Rachel has taken all 4 courses offered by Augusta University in Chinese. She also participated in the Chinese Bridge, which is a Chinese proficiency competition. It includes a Chinese language written test, a speech, and a performance. And Rachel was awarded the performance prize. So tonight she will sing a song in Chinese for you, so feel free to sing along with her.
Yeah.
And we all have to learn to sing that before we leave the auditorium tonight. We have another student, and by the way, they're both from Augusta University. This is Thomas Gardner. He took 4 years of French with Michael Dockery at Greenbrier High School, and then he came to Augusta University to major in French. And when he worked a summer in France, he made a trip to Spain. And then he decided, well, he just had to learn Spanish too. So this May, he will graduate from AU with a double major in French and Spanish. And this fall, he will attend law school. You know, the languages will come in handy there. Thomas was just honored with the University Student of the Year Award given by the state chapter of the American Association of Teachers of Spanish and Portuguese. And in January, Thomas visited El Salvador on a mission trip. And in February, just this month, a week ago, he gave a presentation on this topic at the Americas Conference. And tonight, he will share his experience with you and how his Spanish really came in handy. Thomas?
Test. All right. Good evening, buenas, and bonsoir. That's all the foreign language I know. So, this is a version of a conference presentation I gave a couple weeks ago, From Practice to Proficiency, Experiential Learning Abroad. All right, just going to pass over this really quickly. This is David Kolb's experiential learning method. And there are 4 steps. First, you have a concrete experience. Second, you reflect on that experience. Third, you conceptualize and analyze your experience. And fourth, you make changes based on your analyzation. All right, last fall, I did 3 internships here at Augusta University with 3 local Hispanic organizations. One being ALAS, Asociación Latina de Servicios del CSRA. And ALAS has a free clinic for people that are uninsured to receive medical services. So in this internship, I helped organize a gala to raise money for the construction of a new clinic. And here is the program, or announcement. In January, I went to El Salvador with a group called Global Health Outreach, which they go all over the world. It's a mission organization who provides medical services. So we went to San Miguel, which is about 2.5 hours away from San Salvador. We stayed in the Hotel Villa San Miguel, which was a very nice hotel in the area that we stayed in. And you can see a couple pictures here. A couple more pictures. The one on the bottom right may grab your attention. They had really, this was an Italian cafe restaurant called La Tartaletta in the hotel. All right, and a little bit about our group. So the top left is a big group picture of the entire group, including interpreters. So we had 18 people from the United States. I was the only one out of the 18 that spoke any Spanish. And we were accompanied by 24, 25 high school students from a local high school in San Miguel who had been studying English since they were like 4 or 5 years old. The guy on the top right is Eduardo. He lived in the United States for over 20 years, and he was our primary interpreter. The bottom right picture is a smaller group, and we focused on iClass clinic. A couple more pictures here. The top left is a school bus, and in the background you can see a hospital. We were right across the street from a major hospital in the area. The bottom left is a school in Augusta, which is a suburb of San Miguel, which is a very poor area, and you can kind of see this is what their school looks like. Their school only meets for half a day because they can't afford to build more buildings and pay teachers. Top right was our lunchroom, so we ate in a classroom when students were meeting. In the clinic, we had 3 different clinics. We had eyeglasses, lentes in Spanish especially, and El Salvador they don't use gafas or anteojos. So what we did is we provided reading glasses based off of a script. We had no ophthalmologist with us, so we had a little script, a little piece of paper, and you can see the fonts start big and they go to very small. And our goal was to get the patients to read the last line. And you can see here the students in the white were our interpreters, and I was able to communicate with the patients with a little help from interpreters on medical terminology. Medicina general and farmacia. So we also had general medicine and pharmacy in addition to dentistry. So the picture on the left was general medicine. We had two family practice doctors and one nurse practitioner, and we had two pharmacists and one fourth-year pharmacy student with us. Odontologia, dentistry, we had a dental hygienist from the United States go with us, and we had some local Salvadorian dentists that were able to perform extractions. The picture on the right, since we were in a field with just 4 cinder block walls, they had to wash the utensils using boiling water on the ground and soap and water. These are just a couple more pictures. Picture on the top left, I was able to sing in Spanish and English at the church in one of the services, and this is just a picture of service with a couple of our students. So, as many of you may have seen recently and in the past couple of years, El Salvador had some security issues. So, being Americans and the group that we went with required protection and security, so we hired La Protección para Personalidades Importantes, or La PPI. And they travel in groups of 3. They're special ops, so it would be like SWAT team here. They're a national police force. And you can see they're changing out here. They work 4 on, 4 off. This is them picking us up at the airport. And then our last day at the beach, they even accompanied us on the beach. Okay, Mara Salvatrucha, or MS-13, is they're a gang based from El Salvador. They were really formed in LA, but they're mostly Salvadorians. The map on the left shows MS-13's reach, and you can see most of Central America, Texas, and California have a very heavy presence, and really all over the United States has some presence of MS-13. So I've got 2 pictures of tennis shoes here. One night we're walking to the grocery store, and our interpreter pointed some people out to me, and he said that they were gang members, and he knew that by the tennis shoes they were wearing. So every year, the gangs put out a memo about what shoes are appropriate for other people to wear and what only gang members can wear. And right now it's these black and white tennis shoes, so black with white soles. And here you can see a tennis shoe in a crime scene. On a more positive note, El Salvador, it's a country with a lot of deforestation because of their poor economy, but very pristine beaches. They have beautiful coastline. And this was in Cuco Beach in the south of El Salvador. We rented out a room in this semi-private house, and we were able to have access to a semi-private beach. There were only a couple people. There's some surfers here. Anyway, a very beautiful area. A couple more pictures. This is the house from where the pictures on the previous slide were taken, and you can see how many stairs had to go down. Up here, don't know how much you know about the geography of Central America, but this is Nicaragua, and it comes out into the Pacific. I mentioned deforestation. El Salvador has a lot of sugarcane. That's the biggest money maker for them, and they use slash and burn on their crops because they can't afford to rotate them. This is a typical route in El Salvador. When you go from the airport, you see a gazillion of these fruit stands. El Salvador has a couple active volcanoes. They're active, but they're not really no one's worried about an eruption. All right, comida. In El Salvador, they're famous for pupusas, which is like a stuffed tortilla, if you will, with either queso, frijoles, so cheese, beans, or revuelta, which is a combination of pork, beans, and cheese. On the bottom is tamal de elote, which is just corn tamales, which are fried and they're usually sweet. And on the right is a very popular drink in many Latin countries and Spain, horchata. So while I was there, I learned some new words, and the importance of this slide is that just every Latin country has their own word for each individual thing. Just like for glasses, they say lentes in El Salvador, but they say gafas in Spain. So to conclude, I just want to encourage all of you, you're obviously here for foreign language. I would not have been afforded this opportunity and the opportunity to teach English in France if I did not study language. I'm currently accepted at a couple schools for law in the fall, and that has definitely been helped by my language ability on my resume and having a double major. So I encourage you, a little plug for the foreign language department here and everywhere else, encourage you to keep up your language. Even if it's a minor in college, it will definitely help you in the future. Hope you all have a great night, and thank you for listening.
Well, I hope you enjoyed those, the singing and the story of El Salvador, and hopefully all of y'all will get a chance to do something like that one day. Right now we're going to announce the Teacher of the Year. The FLAIR has a teacher every year as a Teacher of the Year. So the 2018 FLAIR Teacher of the Year award goes to Scott Hawkins. I've known Scott since the mid-1980s when I was a new professor at Augusta College. We just established a major in Spanish, and Scott was one of the first to earn that degree. In the summer of 1988, he studied at the University of Salamanca, Spain, on a program which Augusta College directed for the University System of Georgia. Upon graduation, he taught in Richmond County, Spanish of course, for the last few years in Columbia County, and he currently teaches at Harlem High School. For the past 25 years, Scott's been very supportive of FLAIR. He always has his students inducted at the FLAIR Honor Society, and he attends the event himself, serving as the teacher from his school who calls out the student names on stage. Scott also sends his students to FLAIR events, which he attends as well, such as the FLAIR Culinary Arts class. He works with other foreign language teachers on joint projects. For example, in spring 2017, he helped plan a student trip to Spain during the Masters. Scott attends the conferences of the Foreign Language Association of Georgia because he's always looking for ways to improve his teaching. He serves as a great role model to his students, so please join me in congratulating Scott on his award.
Good evening. So I'm Scott Hawkins, and Harlem High School candlelighters, please come on down.
Testing.
Okay, so this is the annual candlelight ceremony. Each of the letters in FLAIR have a special significance, and these students are going to read and tell you a little bit about them. The first letter is F.
The first candle represents foreign, having to do with other countries. Understanding the language and culture of the countries we travel to makes our travel more rewarding and the image of Americans more positive.
The second candle represents language, human speech or written symbols of a particular nation. The more languages we understand, the more of a world citizen we can become.
The third candle represents alliance, close association as of nations for a common objective. The more we as nations and individuals understand one another, the closer we get to world harmony.
The fourth candle represents international, for the use of all nations. Learning multiple languages is for all nations. The United States is fast catching up to other nations in language learning.
The fifth candle represents rapport, close relations or harmony. We build close relationships by sharing our culture and language, by communicating with people of other nations, by speaking other languages as well as our own.
Okay, if all the inductees tonight would please stand for the pledge to be inducted into FLAIR. And please repeat after me as I read the pledge. I accept the ideals represented by the work of the Foreign Language Alliance for International Rapport, understanding, acceptance, and friendship through the languages and cultures of the world. I pledge to myself to work toward international understanding. All right, give yourself a big round of applause. Congratulations.
And now I'd like to present this outstanding Students of the Year from each of the schools present this evening. I want to also call out the names of the students you won't meet this evening who gained this honor from Richmond County. So I'll start with those. Elizabeth Stevenson for French at Aquinas High School. Sarah Insalaco for Spanish at A.R. Johnson Magnet School. Daman Bell, Spanish, Butler High School. Sheridan Clark, French, Cross Creek High School. Jonathan Turner, Spanish, Davidson Fine Arts Magnet School. Dakota M. Woods, Spanish, Hephzibah High School. Andrew Tate, Spanish, North Augusta High School. Floyd Sam Horton, Spanish, Washington County High School. Caroline Vickery, French, Westminster Schools of Augusta. And Shelton Swint, Spanish, Westside High School. Let's give them a round of applause. Now I want to introduce you to the Students of the Year from Columbia County and the other private schools here tonight. If Garrison Bates is here, Garrison Bates, Spanish, Augusta Christian Schools. Come on down. Elizabeth Burton, Latin and Spanish, Augusta Preparatory Day School. Zion Schiller, Spanish, CSRA, Home Education Association. Elena Hirschauer, Spanish, Edmund Burke Academy. Jayla Demain, Spanish, Evans High School. Jayla cannot be with us tonight for required rehearsal for their musical that they're putting on at Evans High School, so she could not come this evening, so that we congratulate her. And Jacob Perry, Spanish, Harlem High School. And those are our students of the year for FLAIR from all our different high schools this year. At this time, I would like to introduce Franklin Kennedy, who will come and discuss with you the FLAIR Student of the Year.
Good evening, I'm Franklin Kennedy from Augusta Prep, Latin teacher. I'm honored to announce this year's recipient for the FLAIR Student of the Year, Elizabeth Burton of Augusta Preparatory Day School. Over the past 4 years, Elizabeth has taken 7 classes in the Department of Foreign Languages, 4 in Spanish and 3 in Latin, and has naturally excelled in every single one. She has a genuine love of learning language and elevates the tone of her classes with her interest and talent. I'm regularly impressed by her ability to draw connections, linguistic and etymological, between these 2 languages, as well as English. So far, Elizabeth has scored a gold medal, including 2 firsts in state, on every one of her national Latin and Spanish exams. We're expecting 2 more in about a month. Twice has Elizabeth availed herself of opportunities to immerse herself in Spanish. Because of her outstanding performance on her 9th grade national Spanish exam, Elizabeth won a full scholarship to study the summer after her sophomore year at the prestigious Concordia Language Villages in Minnesota. Then, last year, Elizabeth took it upon herself to research summer programs in Spain. She hit upon a program through the Council on International Educational Exchange that led her to a rewarding experience in the city of Alicante, where she fell in love with her host family and they with her. Though Elizabeth is still undecided on where she will be studying next year, we can rest assured that foreign language and studying abroad are an integral part of the plan. Congratulations, Elizabeth, and everyone else.
Hello everyone, it is my pleasure to get the process started where we honor your students here tonight. I'm just going to go over a few logistics and then turn it back over to the FLAIR team. When your group is called forward, the first group will come to the stage, and then we will have a group on deck, a school on deck, which will be on the far wall over here where you see the railing. And we will also have one more group farther back who's gathering to prepare, which will be against that back wall where you see those black curtains on the side over there. So while one group's being honored, another group's on deck, and another group is gathering. And at this time, could I ask if a Spanish teacher, Juan Restrepo, is in the audience tonight from Edmund Burke Academy? Are there any students from Edmund Burke Academy in the audience tonight? Okay, then at this time, I would like to ask Harlem High School to meet at the gathering place by those black curtains in the back to get ready to come on stage. So if you're from Harlem High School, please meet by the black curtains in the back. If you are from Evans High School, I'd like at this time for you to meet in the on-deck area over by the wall by the railing. If you're from Evans High School, please gather over by the wall by the opposite rail. And finally, will teacher Misty Lawrence and the CSRA Home Education Association students come to the stage at this time to be honored. And while everyone's moving around, just one last thing. When your group is done being honored, we're going to ask you to go up this aisle right here. In fact, Ashley Taylor, one of our staff members, will wave her hand so you can see which aisle you're going to go in after you're done being honored on the stage. And now we are ready for Ms. Lawrence and the CSRA Home Education Association. Thank you.
All right, our new inductees are Brock Powell,
Everyone's on stage now. Introducing to you the teachers from Evans High School. I'm Dee Johnson, Spanish teacher there, and also our French teacher, Julie Hopkins, and our other Spanish teachers, Iris Martinez-Jones and Dakota Harriman. When I call your name, please step forward and to be recognized. Mark Adams. Taylor Atkinson. Grant Barchi. Brian Ash. Parker Bessinger. Jack Vaughn. Megan Browley. Alessia Calles. Angela Chang. Brian Chung. Riley Claiborne. Emma Clevenger. Ryan Collins Smith. Victoria Espinosa. Francesca Fall. Jacqueline Foster. Grace Garrigan. Kayla Gomez. Laura Gordon. Caroline Jackson. Samantha Jones. Elizabeth Kim. Sydney Laughlin. Gabrielle Ladun. Eliana Lopez. Jamie Mateer. Mitchell Nadkarni. Ashley Mixon. Stephanie Robles Ramirez. Brooklyn Reynolds. Jasmine Riddlehoover, Samuel Ridledge, Peyton Rybacki, Alexandra Shellman, Dana Bowe, Kimberly Doe, Layla Patrick, and Lydia Rouse. Is there anyone I didn't call? Okay. I'm sorry, I can't see. Abigail Brooks. Is it time? Who? Anaya Bussey. It's not a perfect process. Congratulations. And if Scott Hawkins will come to introduce us to the Harlem student. Augusta Prep, if you will please be on the wall where the railing is, and Augusta Christian on the black curtains in the middle.
Good evening. Following students from Harlem High School, we'd like to recognize them for being elected into FLAIR. If you would please step forward when I call your name. A.J. Brown. Vernell Cartwright, Brittany Pritchett, Britton Parker, Chris Stagen, Christine Williams, Clinton Lewis, Emma James, Jillian Karn, Jalen Bates, Callista Conley, Catherine Parker, Kaylee Fanning, Kenya McLean, Madison Blue, McKay Fanning, Kayla Pritchett, Molly McIntyre, Nathaniel Carrion, Peyton Purdue, Summer Star Stagen, Taylor Gray, and the following students are being awarded the third-year medal: Haley Fullwood, Janelle Warren. Did I miss anyone? All right, thank you very much.
on stage, please come down stage about 20 steps. Don't be bashful. The people on the far sides of the theater, they can't see you that far back. Thank you.
All right, hello again, folks. All right, these are our new Augusta Prep inductees. Justin Arguedas. Nolan Baird. Tilly Barker. Joshua Krausen. Farah Hassan. Molly Joseph. Caroline Mosier. Mary Hunt Murray. Neha Murthy. Victoria Pidcock. Laura Grace Polglaze. And actually, was that one? Did I hit everyone? Not actually hit, but got everyone? Okay, great. All right, congratulations, group. Very proud of you. Thank you.
And as Augusta Christian takes the stage, a greenbrier will be on the wall with the railing and Grovetown in the back.
Good evening. Our new Augusta Christian inductees tonight are Drew Bush, Martha K. Jenkins, Angel Jordan, Catherine Powell, Josh Werner, Rachel White, and our third-year recipient is Gareth Bates.
Don't be bashful. Ale. Okay, students, we're going to form a line at the foot of the stage here. If you want to come down. Right.
Come down on the lower level of the floor. On the floor, not on the stage. On the floor.
Just want to make sure your parents can see. Okay, additionally, we're going to line up in the middle of the stage here, in front of this. Sorry everyone, we didn't realize we had this many.
Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Aaron Barton, and I'm the French teacher at Greenbrier High School. Tonight, like other teachers before me, I have the distinct privilege of inducting our newest inductees into FLAIR. I feel great pride for these students that I've had for at least 2 years. And it wasn't so long ago that I myself was getting inducted into FLAIR from high school. And I remember feeling a great sense of pride that evening. And so for all of you inductees this evening, I hope you also feel that sense of pride and accomplishment in what you have accomplished in foreign language, and I hope that you will continue to pursue foreign language. So, you truly are la crème de la crème. So if you want to step forward or raise your hand so that we can see you when we call your name, we're going to start with les Français. So first, we have Erin Allen. Anna Ashley. Ryan Baggett. Emily Berry. Madison Broach. Haley Brilett. Brandon Corbin. Mason Etheridge. Whitney Flickinger. Allison Lewis. Hope Mosteller. Claire Murdoch. Elizabeth Murdoch. Emily Murdoch. Kayla Paget. Naomi Pierre. Tania Priolo. Cassidy Ringer. Kiana Tuckett. Charles Chiminello. Malachi White. Michael Wicklum. Et voilà. Merci beaucoup. Félicitations.
Rebecca Moore from Greenbrier High School, and I'll be calling my names as well as Ms. Prescott, Christy Prescott's names. Landon Borchardt, Abigail Fuller, Haley Gresham, Heath Harrison, Kira Latson, Mason Lilly, Jake Miller, Christopher Stickney, Anna Kate Taylor, Sarah Blake Tully, Alexander Williams, Shayna Yu, Megan Devine, Matthew Dubé, Natalie Hampson, Anthony Ishak, Tyler Kearns, Drew Rose, Chloe Westbrook, Chelsea Kahlo, Kinley Kaufman, Simran Hatwani, Alexandra Hounshaw, Reagan Joyner, Christopher Kinsler, Kayla Mazik, Michael Mata, Allison Presby, Joshua Purvis, Daniel Kaczynski, Bryant Thomas, Alexis Thompson, Reagan Welp, and Ian Waldron.
Good evening, my name is Jason McGrin. I'm also a teacher at Greenbrier. I'm going to call my names. Just to be safe, I'm going to call all of my names because there are a lot of kids here. Abigail Allred, Jared Ingrid, Kate Downs, Burke Aralou, Jada Farrell, Adam Peel, Morgan Perry, David Poole, Michaela Preston, Lauren Stansel, Chantel Schwartz, Jessica Stedman, Sophie Van Bladel, Aria Volpe, Ashlyn Williams, and Cora Wombles.
Good evening, I'm Susan Batchelor, and the students in my classes for FLAIR inductees are Gabriella Anderson, Joshua Baylor, Ashley Benjamin, Anthony Besson, Emily Bluntman, Andrew Bryant, Caroline Dixon, Lyra Dobbins, Elizabeth Eisner, Sachin Ganeshwar, Abby Garland, Bilal Jihad, Kenneth Jones, Tatiana Armani Jordan, Emily King, Emma King, Devin Municipal, Ed Municipal, Jillian Liu, Michaela Martin, Ian Moore, Jasmine Covered, Caitlin Peeler, Haley Coward, Sydney Sasser, Madison Reynolds, Brendan Sheriff, and that completes my list.
We did have one name that was not called. Would Grace O'Neill please stand? Grace O'Neill, please stand. Grace was omitted from the last group, ladies and gentlemen. Grace O'Neill. Congratulations, Grace.
Good evening, my name is Sabrina Smith. I'm the French teacher at Grovetown High School. I'm here representing all the foreign language department, Miss Humphreys, Miss Lozada, and Miss Nunez Santiago. Hey ladies! Alright, here are our new inductees for the evening. If you guys will step forward. Cecia Butler. Stephanie Dawson, Kimberly Dryden, Christopher Blake Earl, Jada Robinson, Shania Robinson, Joshua Smith, Athena Wilson. And that's all. Thank you. Joshua Smith? No. Sierra Williams.
All the members of the FLAIR Steering Committee congratulate you one more time on such a great accomplishment. It is our hope that you will continue to be a lifelong learner of languages. And when you leave this evening, please join us for a reception in the lobby. And don't forget the FLAIR cooking class on Thursday, April 19th at Evans High School. Thank you and good night.